The first time I went to a food bank, I burst into tears because I was like, so embarrassed, you know. And I'm now emotionally well again, but while I was emotionally unwell, I found out that I had to push my pride out the window. It's just so important to support each other, and I don't think there's enough people aware of all the food banks about and how much support that they need.
There's people in our immediate community that are really needing help. You know, it's not a matter of making more food, it's a matter of redistributing that food. Hi, I'm Helen, and this is my farm. Yeah, I've been managing the farm kind of officially for 2 years, but I've been in training kind of as junior to my dad for a good few years before then. There is a lot to learn, it turns out. So although it looks like a big farm, a lot of it is just hill and heather. It's a very traditional sheep farm. So when I first came back from university, I noticed that there was a difference in the farm from when I grew up here. And when I was gathering in the sheep one day, I gathered in as many deer as I did sheep. There was hundreds of deer. And when I grew up on the farm, there was maybe 5 deer. The sheep numbers have fallen dramatically with the deer numbers that we have. This is actually the very first sheep we've ever bought in. We've never had to buy in sheep before. So for the last kind of 6 or 7 years, I'd been documenting all the deer damage. So I was taking videos of how many deer there were, all the knocked down fences and all the damaged peatlands. We've had disease transfer between the deer and the sheep. So we've had foot rot and liver fluke in particular.
I didn't realise until I started speaking to Helen and Jackie about how much demand there was for the food bank in the area. It almost feels hidden and you don't realise how many people are needing it. That's one of the things that I was keen to be involved, because you see a lot of damage to the hill, to the damage to all the kind of alpine plants and the heathers, a lot of trampling on the peat, which is exposing the peat and then causing that release of carbon, and then also all the damage to the farmland. There's a lot of damage to the agricultural fields, to the grasses, and removing a lot of grazing for the sheep. There's just far too many deer here.
When deer get overpopulated, they are not happy deer. They can't get enough food, they become diseased, their weight starts dropping and they start dying off through starvation effectively. So an overpopulated hillside is not a happy situation for a deer to be in either. So I ended up speaking to Mike at the Cairngorms National Park Authority, and I said, you know, would it be possible to maybe get a small grant to hang up a couple deer in the garage until I can figure out sustainably how to donate them? So he managed to find me some funding as part of the 2030 vision to facilitate the deer larder and processing units. The majority of all the venison we produce will end up going to the food banks in sausages, meatballs and burgers. It's kind of self-generating, so we're hoping to sell the kind of steaks and tenderloin, and that will fund paying for the butcher and donating the rest. If we donate half of all those deer, it's about 500,000 meatballs. It is an awful lot of meat.
I'm going to pick up some of the minced venison, and if I'm really lucky, the butcher's new sausages and red wine.
I mean, ideally there should not be food banks, there absolutely shouldn't be, but I can't see it stopping anytime soon. This could really help an awful lot of people out.
You could be like in Harry Potter, like, I'll take the lot.
And be ecological in the process. It's good for the land.
Ta-da! Ta-da! You're doing well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got 30 people to feed on Monday, so I think venison's on the menu.
This is important. This isn't right, and we're going to do it our way, and we're going to make it right.
Hope, there you go. Hope. Hope for the future. Huge. Like, oh my God, it's like, I don't have to worry. Fantastic.
I'll just drop it here while I
What
go.
a star you are. It's such a fantastic feeling putting food in that freezer.
Just stay there.
The future looks bright.